Hello, Joe. How's it going, boy? It's Fred here from Freddy's Frozen Fish. Got a little request for you, son. How's about a little bit of Showaddywaddy? I'd love to hear them again, I really would.
Let's go for a little walk under the moon of love. Let's sit right down and talk.
And now over to Jack Sudbury for the weather.
I got no idea. I'm self-quarantining, isolating, whatever, and I've got the curtains shut, so no idea. Have a look yourself.
That was Jack Sudbury with the weather.
Hello, Joe. Love the podcast. Yeah, what's the difference between a pickpocket and a peeping Tom? One of them snatches your watch and the other one would.
Hello. I like to listen to Joe's podcast in the bar.
And now to our travel correspondent for our travel report. It's over to our eyes in the skies, Mr. Jack Sudbury. How's it looking up there?
Oh, don't like it. It's too high.
Yep, what's the situation on the roads, Jack?
I don't know. I've got my eyes shut. I want to go home.
That was Jack Sudbury, our travel correspondent, and the travel report.
Hello, Joe. Could you play that one that goes? You know the one, right? Cheers, mate. Love the podcast.
We sent roving reporter Jack Sudbury out and about this week, armed only with his trusted microphone and his wits, to ask Britons how they were coping with the current emergency. Jack, are you there? What have you been up to?
Well, mostly this week.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to cut you off there, Jack. I'm sorry. It's just that we have to move on to something that is a little less boring. Joe's podcast, perhaps. Yes, I think that's the way forward.
Working on a coal mine, going down, said working on a coal mine. Oops, I wanna break down. Joe's podcast. All your favourite songs. Oh, hello. I'm currently having a coffee enema whilst floating in an isolation tank and listening to Joe's podcast on headphones. Thank you. Dilly-oi-doi, this is Bono. Hey, how about you play one of my songs for a change? Hello, this is Roger Waters on Joe's podcast. Is there anyone at home? Listen to Joe's podcast.
And now over to our quarantining expert correspondent, Mr. Jack Sudbury. Mr. Jack Sudbury, how would you like to know?
Could you step back?
Mr.
Everyone
Sudbury.
just stand back. You're all
Jack.
too close.
Jack.
Yeah, no, get away.
We need to
Will
mic.
you just
We need
back
to mic
off?
you up for the report.
No, everyone's getting too close. I'm not doing
look,
it. If you don't get,
we
will
put
you back
the
off,
microphone
please?
on the floor. Will you
Leave
please?
me alone!
That was our quarantining expert, Mr. Jack Sudbury.
Working on a coal mine, going down, said I'm working on a coal mine. Oops, I wanna break down. Joe's Podcast. All your favourite songs.
Following a recent incident on the show, we decided to assist Mr. Jack Sudbury with his social distancing experiments by sending him to the International Space Station for a special report on life in zero G. Yes, that's right. Jack Sudbury has joined the crew of 63 brave souls aboard the ISS at an altitude of 408 kilometers above us here on terra firma. Jack, can you hear me?
Oh, I don't like it. I feel sick. I don't like
Jack,
it. I want to.
Jack, have you had the chance to talk to any of the crew since you arrived?
No, I want to go home. I don't feel right. I want to go home.
I'm afraid.
Send a spaceship.
I'm afraid
whatever.
it's not. You can't.
No.
It's not possible to get you home right now, Jack. The scheduled launch windows.
I'll walk.
They won't.
I'll walk.
No,
Yeah,
Jack. I don't.
There's
I'm
a
not
door
sure.
somewhere.
No, you don't understand the
There's
logistics.
a door. I found a door.
No, don't, Jack.
No,
please
yeah,
don't
hang
touch
on.
that door. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not entirely sure what's just happened. We will bring you an update as soon as we can.
Yeah, hello, Joe. It's Aaron from Richmond. Listen, I don't suppose any of your listeners know where I can get some quail eggs, do they? My Waitrose's run out.
Ladies and gentlemen, many of you will have heard the shocking broadcast when I spoke to Jack Sudbury, a close personal friend, aboard the ISS. Sadly, there was an incident, and it would appear that Jack may have been jettisoned into the cruel void. Now, we here at Joe's Podcast offer our most sincere condolences to Jack's partner, Edward. I'm sorry. Right, yes, of course, I see. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. We've just had an initial report from the European Space Agency. Details are sparse, but it would appear Jack Sudbury is alive.
Oi, oi, Sudbury! Pull your trousers up, son. Your bum's hanging out. All right, Joe. Here, you couldn't do us a favour, could you? Lend us a tenner, boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, here at Joe's Podcast, we have been following the developments after an incident involving our intrepid reporter, Mr. Jack Sudbury. Well, some time has passed, and it seems that Jack is back in Angleterre, so to speak. Over now to the great Westminster General Hospital, where junior reporter Malcolm Smum hopes to get a few words with our brave senior reporter, Mr. Jack Sudbury. Hello, Malcolm's mum. Can you hear me? Hello, Jack. It's Malcolm. Malcolm from Joe's podcast.
No,
Jack?
No, go away. No, I can't.
Well, we shall endeavour to keep you up to date with that story. Over now to the annual owl waxing competition coming this year from North Compass. I believe that's in Upper Hotch.
Alright, geezer, leave it out. Do what? Knock it on the head, know what I mean? Lovely jubbly nightmare plum. Sorted.
All I said was, have you heard of Joe's podcast?
Eh? What? Yeah, probably.
Welcome once again to the Jack Sudbury update. We join Malcolm Smum now, our junior reporter here at Joe's podcast, who today is at the home of Mr. Jack Sudbury. Can you hear me, Malcolm? I'm talking to Jack's partner, Edward, actually, because well, he's a bit busy at the moment. How have things been, Edward?
Well, just listen to him.
It does. I mean, it certainly sounds like there's ongoing, mental health issues, but it's probably from the trauma.
Well, that's a bit rude. I was going to say he's back to his old happy-go-lucky self, and that it's lovely to have him home. How very rude, Jack. Did you?
That was Malcolm Smum, our junior reporter, with a very good friend of mine, Mr. Jack Sudbury. Hope to be seeing you soon, Jack. That's the report. You can go now.